What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast. And on this broadcast, I'm going to be trying to answer a very difficult question for the New York Yankees. And that question is what to do about Aaron Hicks. Now, there's no real easy answer here for the Yankees or for Aaron Hicks himself. Obviously, as he said in the article in The Athletic a couple of days ago, he wants to be playing. He wants to be starting. That's all he's known. That's all he believes he can be, is a starting center fielder in Major League Baseball. But the Yankees don't feel that way. And the Yankees haven't felt that way in a very long time, as evidenced by the fact that the first player not named Aaron Judge to get a start in center field for the New York Yankees is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, a career infielder and catcher. So the question really becomes, what are the options and what do the Yankees actually go and do? So in my mind, there's three different options. We remain in the status quo. Hicks remains on the bench, getting spot starts, pinch hit appearances, and you kind of just leave it the way it is. Now, there's the old adage of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But there's clearly something broken with Aaron Hicks and the New York Yankees. When Hicks was first acquired, there was a thought that this was a positive plus defender in center field with a cannon for an arm, who was a switch hitter who could potentially develop that offensive game a little bit, who could really start to maybe crowd the plate from the left side of the box and be able to pull home runs into the short porch in right field. Hicks was always a better hitter as a right-handed batter than he was as a lefty, but he had more power potential at Yankee Stadium as a left-handed batter. Now, just to use as an example, Cedric Mullins of the Baltimore Orioles was a switch hitter for predominantly all of his professional career, but he wasn't a very good player when he did. And the Orioles decided, hey, why don't you stop switch hitting? Just pick a side. Mullins decided to swing left-handed and has been an all-star caliber player ever since. So that is an option, in my opinion, for Aaron Hicks and the New York Yankees. Maybe we put him on the IL with a phantom injury, send him down to the minor leagues to abandon switch hitting. Focus on just one side. Develop your talents that way. It's worked for other guys in the past, so why not potentially for Hicks? Now, the one problem with this, and I actually suggested that idea 7-8 months ago, during last season, and obviously that was not taken into consideration by the Yankees. Now, the second option is we cut bait. We release Aaron Hicks, pay him whatever is left on his deal, and just make him go away. Now, where the Yankees find themselves is they just recently did that with another player who was predominantly useless, Estevan Florial, a career quadruple A player, someone who really could not find his footing in the major leagues. Now, that could be said because he wasn't given enough opportunities, but the opportunities that he was given didn't really pan out to be anything. So, would the Yankees follow suit and do the same exact thing with Aaron Hicks? Cut bait and move on from there. You're clearly not using Hicks at all. He's the 26th man despite not being the 26th man. And there's really no place for him on this team if you're not going to actually use him. Now, the Yankees aren't one for completely cutting bait and not getting anything in return for the most part, but we've seen it happen. Jacoby Ellsbury, Alex Rodriguez, they would be cut with big money still left on their deal in the final season. And that's kind of where we find ourselves with Aaron Hicks, except there's still some money left and some time left on his deal. So I don't really see the Yankees pulling the trigger and just outright releasing Aaron Hicks. They're going to want to get something in return. So the third option is to trade him somewhere. Now, the problem with this is that he has absolutely no value right now to any major league squad. So any team that trades for him right now, especially early on in the season, isn't really going to be getting the maximum value of what could be received if he were to start picking up the pace and hitting again. Now, the thing is that if he starts hitting again, then the Yankees aren't going to move him. So it's a catch-22 situation. But I think that in the best interest of both the Yankees and in Aaron Hicks' favor, a change of scenery is needed. I called for the same claim for Cody Bellinger, and saying that once this deal with the Cubs for Bellinger went through, he's going to have himself a very good year, and I very much believe it. And I think that for Aaron Hicks, a similar thought process could be true. That a change of scenery, moving out of New York, getting away from the Boo Birds in the Bronx, could be a good fit for Aaron Hicks and could put him in a position where he truly can find himself in a position of success. Obviously, you'd have to move him to a team that's not really contending. All you could get back would be a super low-level prospect that probably isn't going to be anything other than a salary dump and somebody that's going to be 15-20 years away from the majors. And I say that facetiously, but the reality is that Aaron Hicks doesn't have any trade value for the New York Yankees. So any prospect that they get is going to be a super low level, nowhere near ready, if ever ready at all, type of a prospect. And to me, these are the only options the Yankees have right now, because Aaron Hicks isn't playing. And he seems defeated now when he's on the field. And that started even last year. Yes, sure, booze can make a world of a difference to a player's psyche, to a player's confidence. But at the same time, there has to be a semblance of confidence between the ears to be able to put that outside of your mind. We would see it with Joey Gallo. He couldn't handle New York either. Struggled also in LA. But he goes to Minnesota, where there is arguably no pressure put on the Twins players by their fans. And he started out to hit pretty well this season. So I say all this to say what? What to do about Aaron Hicks was the initial question that I asked. And the answer is I don't know. And I think that's where the Yankees and their front office find themselves right now. What do you do with Aaron Hicks? Do you ask him to abandon switch hitting? To go and refocus, refine some semblance of a positive swing in the minor leagues? Do you just outright release him? Eat the money? And try to fill that spot with something better, something more? Or do you try to find a trade partner? Maybe you go bad contract for bad contract. What would that look like? Who would that look like? There's a number of possibilities and options out there of teams that have given out bad contracts that I'm sure they're looking to get from under. And maybe you swap problem for problem with another squad. We saw the Red Sox do it with the Dodgers. The Red Sox dumped their entire problem child on the Dodgers. Worked out well for both sides, in my opinion. So, back to the premise at hand. There's a problem. Aaron Hicks is broken. His relationship with the Yankees is nearing a point of being able to be unrepaired. So what do they do? I don't have that answer, but maybe you do. Let me know down in the comments, Yankee fans. What are your thoughts on Aaron Hicks? What is the way to fix him? Is there a way to fix him? And how do the Yankees resolve their Aaron Hicks problem? Let me know that down in the comments, or find me over on Twitter at banter_baseball, and we can keep the conversation rolling on that premise, that idea. This is a little bit of a different video. I'm starting to try to play around with some of the ways that I bring you guys content here on a daily basis at the Baseball Banter Broadcast. So let me know what you're feeling about this kind of just mind dump, this processing, this thought process, just kind of releasing it out to you. Let me know if you like that style of video, and I can bring more of that to you. So let me know that down in the comments. Again, find me over on our social media outlets on Twitter at banter_baseball, Instagram and TikTok at Baseball Banter Broadcast. You can find our website, laracuenteledger.com. We have new articles that go up daily. Again, mostly covering baseball, you know the deal. And we have our merchandise shop, Baseball Banter Broadcast, if you want to check that out. We have promo codes that run at the top of the banner where you can save a little on some Banter merchandise to rep the channel. And speaking of repping the channel, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the bell for post notifications. Most of our audience isn't subscribed, so we are trying to grow this baseball family, this baseball community here on the Banter Broadcast. So make sure, if you haven't, you hit the subscribe, you hit the bell, because it does help us out a lot, and I definitely want to hear more from you guys. So let me know down in the comments all your thoughts and feelings on the world of Major League Baseball, maybe video suggestions, things that you'd like to hear discussed here on the Baseball Banter Broadcast. So I will catch you guys on the next video and the next broadcast when we banter about baseball. Peace.